This is a review and walkthrough of what it's like to use Guitareo as a member. Guitareo is a guitar learning platform that targets beginner and intermediate players primarily and includes a bunch of content packed with lessons, songs, and courses. Based on my experiences with the Guitareo, I'll share my thoughts, which should help you decide if it's right for you. What is up, everybody, and welcome to Musician Wave. My name is Milan, and today I'll be taking a look at Guitareo. Just a quick note, Guitareo provided us with free access to their service in order to evaluate it. Nonetheless, my thoughts are my own, and I state them honestly in this review. If you're interested in trying out this platform yourself, you can use the link in the description below to get a 30-day free trial. This is a platform that falls under the company Musora. And now, if you sign up for Guitareo, you also get free access to voice, piano, and drum lessons through their platforms Drumeo, Singeo, and Pianote. Check out the links in the description below for separate reviews on those. And now, let's get started. My overall thoughts on the platform are mostly positive, to be honest. It's a well-rounded platform, especially if you want something more interactive and with an online community to help you improve. There's a lot that goes on, and all this comes at a reasonable price, especially when you compare it to private lessons. It has some great coaches that cater to all aspects of playing the guitar, and the vibe is just really friendly. You also have access to personalized feedback on your playing, but this is of course optional, but a cool feature nonetheless. The one thing that's kind of a bummer is probably the lack of advanced content, though beginners and intermediates should have enough to work with for quite some time. Of course, I can see why advanced players would be interested in these kinds of platforms. There's some legendary musicians that give lessons here, so just hearing what they have to say is really valuable. Guitareo has almost 100 courses and more than 1,000 lessons. This is really good in my opinion. You can filter through these lessons according to the skill levels, which range from beginner to advanced. Also, you can choose your instructor, which is a huge plus if you prefer someone over the other. This is great if you're aiming for a particular style of playing and want instructions based on that trajectory. You know, the vibe you get from lessons is really mellow. There's no rushing whatsoever, and the instructions are really clear. Below each lesson there is an assignment checklist that you can tick off as you go along. Pretty useful and straightforward. You can also download the lesson for offline viewing, which is another useful option. The Guitareo method is a 10-part step-by-step process that breaks down each level into multiple lessons so that you learn the fundamentals of playing the guitar from beginner to advanced. This is a great and proper way to progress. You start with the fundamentals, build a foundation, and gradually progress at your own pace. It's pretty well structured and has a linear approach, which I think is the best way to go about it. If you go to the first level, you can see that it starts really basic, like getting to know your instrument, playing with your hand with a pick, and you learn your first song within the first level. I think that's pretty awesome because newbie players really need something more interesting from the get-go to stay glued to the program, and learning a song right off the bat is the best way to do that. As you go forward, it gets more technical, but you can see that some lessons are longer. In short, the Guitareo method is a great course to build a strong foundation that would serve you throughout your musical journey. While on the topic of motivating and interesting content, Guitar Quest is a feature on Guitareo that is also for beginners, but applies a totally different approach that is unorthodox and just plain fun. It consists of 9 levels of missions that you complete as you go along. Though to be honest, this probably isn't for everyone. Some might love it, but others might want to go the more traditional route. In that case, the Guitareo method would be a better place to start. If you decide on Guitar Quest, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens and the journey is fun nonetheless. From shooting a music video to playing a show to recording in a studio, it's just gonna be endlessly motivating and fun. Your main coach on this feature is Rob Scallion, and he will take you through these missions as you go along. As you can see, Guitareo has a bunch of coaches on its platform that cater to different aspects of learning the guitar. If you're starting out, your main coach will be Ayla Tesler-Mabe. She's an enthusiastic and very good guitar coach that will take you through your most important lessons. As you go along and go through different lessons, you will encounter different coaches, but if you're handpicking your lessons, you can filter through different levels and even select a coach yourself if you prefer one or the other. Guitareo has a lot of songs on the platform. It even has a 500 songs in 5 days course. You can choose an artist or style you prefer and learn the song in its original key or key of G if it's more convenient for you. The thing I don't really like is probably learning these songs through chord charts as opposed to video lessons. Granted, it'll be hard for even them to make a video for each song, but the learning process, and given the fact that most people these days learn from YouTube, it would be a great addition. Overall, it's okay, but could be a lot better. The student focus feature is a really cool little addition that you can use to get someone to review your playing. You send a video and get one back with a complete review and feedback. Granted, this is not at lightning speed, but you do get feedback. You can also watch different student reviews and be a part of their QA sessions. Their live sessions, on the other hand, are extremely cool and useful. They currently schedule a lesson once a week, and you can join, ask questions, learn a thing or two, or just chat with other students. The community is surprisingly big and supportive, and that's pretty evident in the Guitareo forums. Just going through a journey knowing that many people are doing the same is motivating and fun. Guitareo is not just browser-based, but you also use it through their mobile app, whether it's Android or iOS. The design is very seamless and easy to use. It's very straightforward in terms of use, easy to navigate, and a good way to track or continue your lessons when switching devices. It's particularly useful when you use it on your iPad because it allows for a bigger display, better navigation, as well as good control overall. And need I remind you, you can switch between different platforms on the mobile device as well. Bottom line, Guitareo is a really cool platform that offers more than 1,000 lessons and over 100 courses. They offer a structured curriculum for beginner and intermediate players, but they don't have as much content for advanced players. Granted, the platform is still growing and in the works, so to speak. Overall, this platform is a quality online learning website for guitarists. If you're interested in trying out this platform, you can use the links in the description below to get a 30-day free trial, and while doing that, you get access to Musora's popular drum, voice, and piano lessons. A massive thank you for watching this review. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.